Hello everybody. Today I want to talk a little bit about soldering irons and soldering on board a boat. Now the thing is, what sparked this is while I was going to my boat, one of my friends said, you know what you should do? You should buy yourself a gas soldering iron. Now at one stage my job was to solder. Our company gave us gas soldering irons. I used it maybe 2 or 3 times. I don't think 3 times. I think it was only 2 times. I was not impressed. Obviously, if you have nothing, that is much better than nothing, So, yeah, I do agree with that type of theory. And I told him, listen, I was not impressed with a gas soldering iron. And he said, no, but you know what you should do? You should buy yourself a very expensive one. And the price that he gave me was actually so expensive that it's more expensive than this inverter that I bought and this soldering iron, which is the more expensive one of the two. Also, this thing can charge cell phones. It can do, well, it cannot do a lot. It's not very powerful, but it can do things like charge maybe even a laptop or something like that, which I do not think a gas soldering iron would be able to do. Okay, so that is one of the things. This inverter of mine is able to give enough power to this soldering iron of mine. Now, I'm very fond of this soldering iron. It's 80 watts. This is only 25 watts no, it's 30 watts. 30 watts, right? 30 watts. Um, this is fantastic. Don't make a mistake. It fits into this holder, which this one doesn't do. Okay. If you are on board, then this one would be fine. Inside from, I don't know if I can say most applications. The thing is, as soon as you've got a big plate that you want to solder somewhere, which can happen often on a boat, you need something more powerful. If you are out in the wind, this yeah, it just didn't prove. Even this one struggles. Even this one struggles, but at least you've got a much bigger chance of being able to solder with this one. I don't know what the wattage is of these gas soldering irons, but I would be surprised if it can be stronger than this one. So that is definitely an advantage this one has got above that. I'm not a smoker, but let's say even if I was a smoker, you buy a lighter or matches. You don't necessarily have got these canisters full of gas. So running around to get a canister full of gas, I don't know. Honestly, my opinion is different from his. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but I will tell you the reason why I believe having an inverter with a soldering iron, maybe a nice strong soldering iron like this, is it might, well, I cannot say definitely it will be cheaper, but let's say it might be cheaper. You don't have to go and buy canisters of gas. You have enough electricity on board if you have got solar panels. You can also do extra things with this. You have enough power, guys. Yeah, I don't know. My you can use a small one. You can use a large one. Uh, you know, I honestly think for these reasons, for these reasons, I think the better option would be buy yourself a small inverter and a nice strong um, soldering iron. This is what I've used, and yeah, well, it works for me.